Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are participating in Teri's Crafty Christmas. So I will be inserting a lot of graphics for you. There are lots of prizes, there are giveaways, there's lots of links to the kit. There will be a link tree link in the description box below. I'm going to insert graphics. I will attach Teri's video that will explain the Crafty Christmas. It is not Christmas in July, Jody. It is just Crafty Christmas because it's December. So this is one page from the kit, from one of the kits, and I will put the description box in the description box below which kit I pulled a page out of. I'm only doing one make for Teri's Crafty Christmas, and that's because, as you know, I'm up to my eyeballs in a different Christmas project. So I want to say a special thank you to Teri for inviting me to participate again in her Crafty Christmas collaboration. There's a lot of great artists, creators participating. So what we are going to do for this project is a journal topper. Now, mind you, I'm in Arizona and I have limited supplies with me. So after some brainstorming and help from a fellow creator when I was totally stumped as to what to do, I decided I'm going to use this side and we are going to make a journal topper. And, you know, maybe you're like me and often you get stuck making a journal topper, right? We're just going to make, maybe it's oversimplification as far as some of you may be concerned. I don't think it is. I think that for me, oftentimes the process of making the topper itself can be really challenging. And so I think sometimes I just put so much pressure on myself, and then I'm like, oh, what do I do? Or maybe you're new and you're like, what are some simple things I can do? I will try to keep it simple. As I'm cutting this apart, I've got squirrels running around in my head here for what I want to do with this. But I do have a plan. And the plan is going to be relatively simple. And the idea is you just want to make a pretty piece for the cover of your journal, right? Or maybe you're like, I want to make some interesting card toppers, or I want to make a decoration to set on my mantle for Christmas, okay? So I have printed this. I have an inkjet printer. I have the Epson EcoTank 2850. And I printed this on just 32-pound paper. There is a link to this paper in my Amazon affiliate section in the description box below. That link does not cost you anything extra. It just guides you to the product that I use. And if you purchase said product, I get a little bit of a commission from Amazon at no extra charge to you. I do have to disclose that while telling you that a link to this paper is in the description box below. Okay, having said that, here we have this super cute Christmas tree. I was on the fence about this one or this one, but I think I'm going to use this one because the tree is a little bit bigger and what I'm planning to do with it. So I'm going to set this image aside. Actually, I can pack that image away. For those of you who are unfamiliar with me, hi, welcome to my channel. I hope that you enjoy this video and you will go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, not describe, subscribe, and maybe hang out with me once in a while and see what I get up to over here at Jody Lewis Creations. So I just am taking a little bit of ink around the edge of that. That's optional. I like the look of it. Obviously, you don't have to do it. I have here in my little bucket some stickles. Stickles are a glitter glue. They're made by Ranger, and there is a whole wide range of colors that you can get. I did a mystery package from Ranger once, and that's why I have so many colors in my arsenal. And so, but I will tell you that the package that has like this gold in it is probably my favorite one. So I am going to just come in with my stickles, now I've had elevation change, and so these are doing really funny things because of the air that's in them. When I first opened them after getting to Arizona on our trip, they were like making such a mess, and it still is. I thought it would maybe stop, but it's okay. We're gonna work with it. So what I'm gonna do is get some stickles put on my stars here, on my stuff here. Actually, while that's spewing, I'm just gonna do the balls, the ornaments on the tree. And it's up to you. You can do them all. You don't have to do any. Maybe you don't have stickles, but you just have some form of glitter glue in your stash. Well, this is a great way to use it. Get it out. Use those things that we have in our stash, right? So I'm going to just add some stickles to these ornaments. That is going to give us more interest. This is a way to add interest to your digital designs. It's up to you, as little or as much as you want. If you don't have glitter glue, but you have a glitter pen, by all means, use your glittery pen and just color in the ornaments. And it's just gonna give it a little bit of shimmer. Maybe you don't have a glitter pen, but you maybe have glossy accents. Use your glossy accents. The idea is just to add interest to the cover image for your journal. And you want to say, you want to look at the front of your journal and know what that journal is all about. You know, maybe you come back in 5 years and go, oh, what was that one? And then your journal topper should be a really good indication of what's inside. Now, mind you, I'm not making a journal with this kit, okay? So this is just a brainstorm aloud with you, the things that you can do to make an easy journal topper and what your journal topper should say at the end of the day. When you're done, it sits on your shelf for a while and you go, you know, what did I do with that? So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like for me at home, I know I have on my shelf a mermaid journal. I have a journal named Charlie. Those were gifts from friends that I've swapped with. I have a pink Christmas journal that I made. I have my Santa Remembered journal that I made, and I know what's in those journals because of what's on the front of them all. So it's really just, and it's what speaks to you. You know, what I think is the right way may not be the right way. It's just what we're doing. Okay. One last little bit on this star. Now I'm gonna have to let this sit and dry. I'm not gonna heat tool this. I could, I'm not going to. And I'm contemplating if I wanna come in with more, but I don't with the stickles. I'm gonna let that stickles dry. You can heat it. I just have something I need to do. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm gonna set it aside. This piece now measures approximately 5 by 8. And I have a little bit of leeway with that, and I may cut a little bit more of that off. No, I'm not going to. Set it aside to dry. I also have here a piece of cardboard that I just ripped off of a box. So I'm going to rip it some more and hope I get it to rip how I need it to rip for this. I really could just use a knife and a ruler, and then that would ensure I would get the right size. But am I going to do that? No, I'm not. Corrugated cardboard is one of my favorite things to work with. So, if you cut cardboard with your scissors though, you really will wreck your scissors. Cardboard is very hard on your scissors. Oh my gosh. So you want to make sure you've got a piece big enough. You're like, what are you going to do with that? Well, just watch. So it depends on how much of this you want off. If you want to get it off easier, you can moisten it with a little water and then you just work at it. Sometimes you can get a hold of it and it'll just peel off, and sometimes you have to really work at it to expose that corrugated underneath. Now, I don't have to do all of it. Really, what I'm more worried about is just it showing around the edges, right? So that's what I'm more concerned with, and all this extra here, I'm not that worried about that. We're going to play with this. I need to get over here on this edge, pull this edge up. Where am I in reference here? Okay, so I just want this. I'm gonna take my pokey tool, just get in that valley of that corrugation and pop that up. Okay, all this underneath, I don't care about that. It's going to give us actually something to glue to a little bit easier. I like this on this edge, thinking in terms of my spines over here, okay? And this is going to be my edge. I really like this edge, so I think I'm probably going to cut this down. And then I'm not as worried about the bottom being corrugated. I just want you to know that it's a piece of corrugated cardboard. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I'm after. So I'm going to let this dry, get my ruler and knife out, cut this to the size that I want it to be. Or maybe I'll just continue to tear it because I like it torn. Oh, that's a good scrap. So I hope everybody's doing well. Are you following Teri's Crafty Christmas? What are you working on as far as the Christmas December daily stuff goes? I do know Teri's got it so that you can win prizes on this. So again, you need to go watch her video so that you get all the information that you need in regards to how you can win prizes and those sorts of things, okay? Oh, I really like that a lot. I really like that a lot. Okay. I am going to just tear along that edge. This is a funky little flap. I don't know why it's cut like that, but it's not going to matter in the scheme of things, actually. I am making a mess. Actually, I think that's fine. I can just tear this down a little bit and give a little bit more interest to that edge. There we go. Yep, I'm gonna cover this with something, so I'm not worried about it. We have a plan. Okay. All right. And you just keep messing with it until you're happy with it. There's no right or wrong way. It's truly just whatever speaks to you as you're working. That's what you're after. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Put that there. I'm going to tear some of this off. Yep, you're not even going to notice that that's like that. That's not a big deal. Okay. And I may end up tearing some of this down. We'll see. Okay, letting that dry, I'll be back. Okay, I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and that's okay. We're just gonna go with this. Oh, I didn't get all my stuff. Okay, now I have my stuff. So I raided my mother-in-law's Christmas stash this morning. She gave me some ribbons and stuff. But the other day, Mark and I were shopping, and Mark's my husband, for those of you who are not familiar with my channel. And we need duct tape for something, and I was like, you know, I could use that gold duct tape in my project because I don't need a lot, and then we'd have duct tape for what we need it for. And he was like, okay. I said, it's not that we need pretty tape for what we're doing. Ooh, that'll be fun. Not that we need pretty tape for what we're doing, but I needed pretty tape for what I'm doing, so here we are. Okay, I cut just a strip of cardboard, you can see. I have some duct tape here. In my bag from Mom, I have a variety of pretty ribbon. But for this, I'm just going to use the tape. But did I leave those in the house? No. Got it. Okay, I have some gold twisty ties, and those are they're two different colors of gold, but we're just going to go with them. This is called using what you have. Okay, piece of cardboard. Now what I want to do is we're going to make some presents to go under our tree on our journal topper. So I want different sizes. Yes, I said don't use scissors on cardboard because it will wreck them. These are pretty close to wrecked already, so I'm not that worried about it. But please do not use your really nice, good scissors for this project. Okay, so what we're gonna have are some presents under the tree. That's a little bit big, and that's why I'm setting it on here, just so I can kind of eyeball it. I don't need a lot off, and I don't think that's gonna wrap very nicely. I actually have never done this before, so we're gonna learn together. Just something kind of fun to do, right? I think I should have auditioned another one. Auditioned like on this side. And I think we're going to have to make some of these like a little bit thicker so that they'll stand up. You know what I mean? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Okay, yeah. We're gonna make some little pads to block these up. Yes, we are. Okay, it's gonna come together. You're gonna see what I'm saying. You are. You totally are. Boy, my hands are not gonna like this. No safety glasses needed. Just be careful. Okay. And I think something like this. We're just making some presents to go under the tree. It's more so the idea. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? I mean, if you had actual wrapping paper, you could actually wrap these in different colors of paper. I don't have wrapping paper with me, so we're just gonna make do. All right, so now what we're gonna do is wrap our presents. And I actually think I like the idea, of that one being like that, and then this one could be like that. So I have these little small pieces. We're gonna use those, but first let's wrap our presents. Okay, where's the start of this roll? And I have no idea how sticky this is. Sometimes you get duct tape and it's like way super sticky, and sometimes it's not. So I just don't want to stick it to my hair. I should put my hair back. I have gotten tape stuck in my hair before. Don't ask. Just don't ask. All right. Oh, it's really sticky. It's okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So what I want to do is wrap my gift. I hope I'm in screen. I cannot see my phone, so. All right. So we're going to just kind of miter these corners just so we don't have as much bulk as we might otherwise have. Bring that around. I'm not worried about it sticking. It shouldn't have any problem sticking, being as it's actual duct tape brand. Looks about like when I wrap in real life. Not very good at it. Okay, so we're not gonna see all that. And then, so Mom had some bread ties in the drawer, and I said, ooh, those are gold. She goes, do you need them? And I said, yes, I do, please. So I think on this one, I think what I'm going to do is just wrap it around this way. Ooh, I do have to figure out something for a bow. Don't have any bows. Wrap it around this way. And she said I can get more if I need them, but I don't really want to use like all of her bread ties. That wouldn't be very, oh, I should have kept those little pieces out. Some dumpster diving here. Can I get them apart? Oops. Don't worry, that's a new trash bag just from this morning. I'm not sticking my hands in yucky things. Okay. Waste not, want not, right? Okay. You're not going to see that on the back, so don't worry about it not being pretty. It's fine. And I'm working on just a square card table, so it's a little awkward right now. All right, and then... And it doesn't actually have to have a bow. You're just giving the illusion that you've got wrapped presents under the tree, right? And I'm going to do this to all of them. I won't make you suffer through the process. But see, now we have a little wrap present. See? It would be fun if I go to Dollar Tree and get some little berries and little Christmas florals. And that would be so cute. But see, now look, we're going to have little tree presents under the tree. Yes, we are. So I'm going to do the rest of these, or as many as I need. I will play with the composition as I wrap them and go from there, because I don't even know that we need all of these. Like that could go, that could be like a sideways one. That one could be upright. We could have a square one right there. And that might be like all we need. Or I just do them all sideways and stack them. So I have my presents wrapped. I even managed to make little bows out of the bread ties, which was super fiddly. They are not perfect, but the idea is there, right? If I were at home, these would have twine and little twine bows. I'm not at home. I have to use what I have. And oftentimes that's the case. We don't have all the things, so you have to get creative, right? All right, so I think this, well, nope, it's not dry enough. So I'm going to allow this to continue to dry. I think what I want to do is, this one's going to go over here. This one will kind of go, I wrapped another piece and I took my sanding tool and knocked that extra shiny off because I want to make sure that my glue is going to really adhere to that. So I'm going to elevate this one a little bit. Okay, now mind you, this is going to be on the top of your journal, so it doesn't have to be super perfect. And this one, I think maybe I want it to be like that. And then I have all this extra space, right? So what am I going to do with that? Well, I'm going to go dig and see if I brought with me my snow whatever grit paste from Tim Holtz, and if I didn't, see if I brought my diamond dust to put some snow under our tree, okay? Then we're going to get our presents glued down, get our topper glued to the cardboard, and then we're going to have our cardboard topper. I'm still thinking it's a little bit big, so I do think I need to take a little bit off of the top and the bottom. But I don't want to take too much off because then we're going to lose our total effect. I could take a little bit off the sides as well because there's not really, if I take a little bit off this side, maybe 1/8 of an inch off this side and 1/4 inch off this side, that's going to make that more narrow. We're going to see a little bit more of that cardboard, and I'll take a little bit more off the top of this. So I'll go dig in my products and see what I brought as far as embellishing the bottom of this. And then the nature of this collaboration is I'm only able to use digitals from this particular designer. So I can't really use a word from another designer that is a digital kit. So I don't think any of these words from Tim Holtz are going to really work with the colors. So I probably am not going to put a label on this. However, what you could do is with your journal topper, however you want to do it, you're not going to have the rules of the collaboration, right? So you can use what you want. You could stamp out a sentiment. You could write on it. Like maybe I'll just write in gold pen, Merry Christmas on here. That might kind of pretty. So things like that you can do to kind of, you're just not going to be bound by the rules that we are doing the collaboration. And there was no, I don't believe there were any words with this particular digital. So it was just a lot of like snowy night images in it. They're very, very pretty images. So anyway, I do encourage you to look at all of the digitals that were provided by the collaborators, the creators, I mean. Okay, so I have it glued down. I used my bookbinding PVA glue. I couldn't get my tacky glue to go. I'm going to have to get my lid soaked in hot water, I think. All right, so it's glued down. I did kind of make it a tag shape. I thought, you know, that gives it a little bit more interest. I did bring my Snowfall grit paste with me. What I want to do is I'm just going to come along the bottom, maybe, like so, and the edges. And I already know, for me, this is not shimmery enough. So what I have here is some of my Nuvo Glacier paste. And again, you can just, you don't have to do this. If you've got texture paste, you can add some glitter to your texture paste. That would give a really cool effect. Give it a little bit of interest. Like, I like to play with different products. I love it when I have the opportunity to kind of be like a mad scientist. It's a lot of fun for me. I don't get to do that very much when we are on our winter travels, which we are right now. But see, I really like that. And I even think I may just do a little bit like on the edge here. We're just giving it some interest. And you don't have to do this. If this is not for you, don't do it. Do I want it on the edge there? It's kind of too late now, but that's okay. I'm just going to take it up both sides and maybe a little across the top, just to add some interest. And I'm just doing, you can see I'm taking my spatula and I'm just lifting up on it. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to frame it. I'm just going to go all the way down here and frame this like it's framed in snow. And go from there. Like, if you're new to my channel, you don't know this about me. I have a very difficult time being a very organized and thought out and planned creator. Like, I will say Teri is so organized and all of her stuff is like, she knows exactly what she's going to do when she's doing it. And I don't roll that way. I just, if the mood speaks to me to do something different than the path I was on, I change gears. I do something different because I think that that's how we learn. And I really encourage you to allow yourself to take those detours along the way. And one thing too, is you always, always, always need to remember that at the end of the day, it is just paper. So if you learned from your detour, even if you're like, oh, I don't necessarily like the detour, take the detour anyway. It's how we learn. It's how we grow as creators. And it's just so important not to keep yourself in a box. Now, if you're one of those people that you're well thought out, that's how you create, that is wonderful for you. I applaud you. I wish sometimes my brain would work like that. I feel like I'd probably get a lot more done. But I have a lot of fun in allowing myself to do the things just as I feel the urge to do so. So, I don't know. To each their own. And there's no right or wrong way to do art. So you got to remind yourself of that too. And don't compare yourself to other people. That is like such a hard thing. I know for me, that's a very difficult thing. I do compare myself to other people and I'm trying to stop that. It's a bad habit. And it's disrespectful to myself to do that. Not that you guys were here for a lesson in that, but in the moment as I'm doing this, because I'm allowing myself to switch gears, it's what came to my head, and I just thought I would share my thought with you. So there's that. I'm going to allow that to dry, and then once that's dry, I can go over that with my glacier paste, and I may actually mix this white with some gold because this is so gold. That's really looking blue, and I don't know if that's the lighting in here or what. Another thing to mention again is that I have an inkjet printer and this is a wet medium, so I may end up getting some reaction from that inkjet because this is wet, and I'm okay with that too, as long as it doesn't totally wreck the image and like seep in and do totally weird things. I guess if it does totally weird things, you probably won't even see this video. That's not true, because I do share my mistakes so that we can all learn from them, because I think that's important as well. Even, I don't mind that being down in that groove. I kind of think it's cool. I just don't think I want as much on the sides down in the groove. So I'm going to try to pull a little bit of that out. Just aesthetically, I do still want to see my cardboard. But I have a love affair with cardboard, so again, to each their own. I really like that. Get off the star. Okay. Yeah, just work it. And then once you get it where you're happy with it, don't touch it till it's dry. That way you're not sticking a big fingerprint in it, which I know I'm getting ready to do if I don't stop. So I'm going to set this aside and truly do what it is I'm supposed to be doing instead of playing with this project. But I finally got excited about doing it. So here we are. We're doing it. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so I grew impatient and I heat tooled it. It's not totally dry. It kind of feels rubbery, but I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to come in here with my glacier paste, and this is Winter White. I will try to remember to link this in the description box below for my affiliate link. And just remember that if you use the affiliate link, it does not cost you any more money. I know I already said this, but I have to be really clear about it. It doesn't cost you any more money. It just helps me out. So this stuff is like one of my absolute favorite mediums of all time. So you can see here, the snowfall has a little bit of shimmer. I hope the light is reflecting that. Again, we're on our winter travels, so I'm not at home with all of my normal lighting, so I'm having a little bit of a challenge. But you can see, I'll put some here, and then you can see like where I'm adding it there versus here where I haven't added any yet. I'm hoping that's catching in the light. I'm going to come in with the white first. And I was kind of on the fence because this whole thing is gold and I feel like adding the white is such a stark contrast, but I'm going to come in with the white first, and then I'm going to come in with some gold over the white just to add that warmth back in, because I feel like the white is a cool color. The gold is such a warm color. It doesn't have to be perfect, and that's something that it's in your personality. You either embrace the imperfections and sometimes truly love the imperfections, or sometimes you may be like, oh my gosh, it's not perfect, and junk the whole thing. Again, I did get impatient as far as waiting on this grit paste to dry. More so that I just don't have time for that right now, because I'm truly filming ahead. Like this is November 19th or 20th, I think. And so I just have things to do. I don't have time. I don't have dry time, you guys. And as holidays get hectic and we're trying to make things for the holidays, sometimes we just run out of time. This one I hope I can get a replacement for. Again, I will try to link it below for you. And I'm just going to dip this in the gold a little bit. Hope I don't mess it up with the white in there, but I don't think I will. And just come back over. Oh, love it. Oh yes, that was a good call. Good call to do both. Thank you, phone a friend. Because I was contemplating it, and then I was like, no, you don't mix it. But, oh yeah, you mix it. It's awesome. It just adds a more interest. Actually, I could have probably come in. I was like, what is that noise? But I put eggs in the Instant Pot, and it's the Instant Pot coming up to pressure. Yes. Yes, I love it. Okay. Hopefully I'll be able to show you the nuance of adding the gold. It's really pretty. I'm just trying to hit those high spots more than anything with the gold and let that silver be underneath. So like it's either twilight or dawn or dusk. I don't know, with the light hitting our snow here. So we've got some gold effects from the light. Love it. This gets into my happy place too, doing stuff like this. I'm rubbing on that too hard because it's not dry enough and it's like wanting to peel off. So I have to be mindful and be careful. And this is not a soft bristled brush. It is definitely like a harder brush. But I do like where this is going. And I am gonna hit that cardboard with the gold. Just to put some more, I mean, it's Christmas. Can we have too much glitter at Christmas? I don't think so. Oh, I love it. And I do think that the wet did activate, oops, stay there and dry. I think that the wet did activate the ink from my inkjet because it's got like a blue tinge to it, which I'm not sad about because there's a little bit of blue tinge in the design of this. So I think it's really cool. I could sit here and do this for days. Like I could glacier paste everything. Everything. I love it so much. Okay, so hopefully this is gonna show. I'm really struggling with the light, so please bear with me. Be kind. Don't need negative comments, guys. All right, so then I want to do my package placement, and I think I'm going to use my, I think I'm going to use this clear tacky glue. I'm trying to get rid of it. Okay, I have 4 minutes now. Oh my gosh, for my regular subscribers, I won't say it in this video, I have a hilarious story about hard-boiled eggs that you guys are totally gonna laugh. So make sure that you leave me a comment below to tell you that story. I mean, it's funny. Oh, I wish I had some like gold greenery cut that I could have like poking out of here. This has so much potential, you guys. So much potential. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I have tickle in my throat. Yes, I love it. Okay, so this has to be set aside to completely dry. I do want to look for something to add to this, but as a whole, I am very pleased with this. I just feel like it is a super fun journal topper. So you could put this on the front of your journal. Now this can be made in any size. So if you are printing maybe 2 to a page or 4 to a page and you're making a little one, all you need is like little cardboard scraps. That's all you need. And you can actually use real wrapping paper. But again, I just didn't have access to any. And I knew this gold would go well with this, this digital. And at this point, I'm not even missing a word. I know it needs one, but I don't know where I would actually put one. If I had had a word, I would have done it into the design. Maybe I would like elevate it and pop it off the page up here somewhere, you know? I don't know, but I'm super happy with it. So I hope this inspires you just to look around and see what you have. And I hope it makes you think about ways that you could bring your digitals to life. This is a journal topper. So say I used this entire kit in this journal. Then I know when I look at the face of this, I'm like, oh, well, clearly this is a gold Christmas themed journal, you know, and go from there. So thank you so much for joining me. It has so much sparkle. I absolutely love it. I'm going to set it aside to dry. And I do hope that if you're only here before the Teri's Crafty Christmas, that you'll stick around and see what other shenanigans that I get up to. I can assure you, I get up to quite a few. So thanks for being here. And again, Teri, thank you so much for the invitation. And please do look in the description box below for the Linktree link. That's going to take you to all the other creators that are participating in this collaboration. It's going to give you links to the kits. Just everything that you need to know will be down there in that Linktree. So check it out. And I will, oh my gosh, 4 minutes has gone by already. I'm just doing this to add a little bit of dimension and depth to the edge of this. I could have done that over the ribs of the cardboard as well before I did the gold, and that would have really brought that out. Your options are just endless, just absolutely endless. Do make sure if you use a brush for your glacier paste that you do get it washed out, because it is a glue-based product and you will wreck your brushes. So love, 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 love. I hope you love it. And Merry Christmas, you guys. I hope you're having a fantastic December, or whatever holiday you participate in throughout the month of December. I assume Christmas if you're watching a Crafty Christmas series. But thank you so much for being here. And I just hope that the holiday season brings you love and joy and happiness, and without all the pressures that go along with it, and that you find joy every day and you find some time to create and take care of yourself. All right. See you in the next video. Bye.